Hey, welcome to my journey and welcome to my porch. I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be gorgeous today. I don't know what the temperature is going to be. I didn't look. But if this morning is any indication, it's going to be lovely. And we just missed the Blue Beast. Had all his doors off today so you could hear his music. So he come down the road just as I was. Let me tell you my weight, then I'm going to tell you something. So, since we are here for weigh-in, I weighed in at 264.8 for a loss of 2.4, and that puts me at 112.3. So I lost my 2 pounds from last week plus 0.4. So I'll take it. When I looked over that way, I saw that brush pile, some limbs, tree limbs. Not big ones, just looks like brush. So I went out the other day. David had been working on the house. It must have been Saturday. And working on the field out there. And I went out to do something. And I came back in. I said, honey, somebody has put brush on our, out there on the road in our yard. I said, old goat's been up to it again. Because I put it down like, oh. So I was blaming old goat. Well, I mean, can you help me? Because that's what he does. He puts his stuff on our yard. He didn't want to put it, he had a big pile of, which there's a whole bunch of woods down there beside the field, but I guess he didn't want to drive up the field to get to the other part of the woods where he hadn't dumped a bunch of leaves in the past. So anyway, he brought it up here, but I just thought it was funny because I jumped to conclusions. I guess that's a lesson for me. Don't jump to conclusions. But you know what? I did not mean to slurp. It is hard to jump to a conclusion when that's all you know. And that's all we know from him. So, of course, I immediately thought it was him. So, anyway. I tell you, I'm going to quit doing this here chat and haul. I'm going to tell you why. I'm just going to go back to doing hauls. Because, like, I filmed my hauls from this weekend. What's today? Thursday. Well, maybe the weekend or the early in the week, whatever. I've already filmed. I've had a couple of days I shot. And there was some things we talked about and all this and that. And I'm like, well, that takes away from stuff to talk about on weigh-in. Then I had to think of something to talk about on weigh-in. I mean, I could come on here and give you my weight and leave, but that's just not who I am. So I'm going to quit doing chat now. I'm just going to do hauls. What y'all think about that? I mean, I can come on here and give you, well, I'm going to talk about something today, but sometimes I just want to just talk. Like what I did, what I experienced, and people I ran into, and just stuff like that. So, I don't know. What do you think? Okay, here's something else I want to know. What do you think? If you're a dude, you can plug your ears. Otherwise, I don't really care, because we all know women wear bras. I need suggestions for bras that are not expensive, but that are no wires, no wires, because if I get one with a wire, I'm going to cut it out. But something that will hold up something that don't stand up. Some of you ladies know what I'm talking about. When everything starts going south, everything starts going south. So I need something for the interim until I get all my weight loss, because what I'm doing now, I just as well to not have nothing on. It's terrible. I saw a cartoon one time. It was like she was talking about what size bra she wore, and she said she was like a 34 long. I thought that was hilarious. I can tell you what I am. So Holly and M's having a good time up in Illinois. Somebody asked me what part and I don't even remember. I mean, I know from last time they was there, but I don't remember. And she didn't say it again this time. Um, I don't really know, but they're having a good time. They got something up there called a pork tenderloin sandwich. And if you people are from Illinois, you comment below and let me know. I've seen pictures of it. She sent me one last year because that's the first time they had been there, and of course Nathan grew up knowing what it was, but Holly did not, so they had to take her to see. It is a pork tenderloin the size of your plate with a little bun this big in the middle, and that is your pork tenderloin sandwich. So she sent a snap of Nathan, him and his pork tenderloin sandwich. He's sitting there just grinning like a mule eating briars. So I tell you what, I told Happy, I said, well, he's happy to have that sandwich. But I just thought that's an interesting, that might help you determine what part of the state they're from. I don't know. I don't know if it's a statewide thing or just like a regional thing where they live, but it's pretty interesting, pretty cool. So I thought, hold on just a second. I thought what we were talking about today is a chapter in that book I'm reading, Girl, What's Your Face, by, oh my gosh, is her name Rachel Hollis? If it's not Rachel Hollis, I'll put on the screen what it is. But Girl, What's Your Face? And so far, I am enjoying that book. It is so motivating. She's so uplifting, but she's so honest. She's honest about herself, and she's honest about what she tells you. She has tough love, but it's not in a, it's not mean, you know? I slurped again. Oh my gosh. Stop it. And she's so uplifting. She's just, oh my gosh, I'm enjoying that book so much. I put it on my Facebook group. Which, if you're not a member of, please come and join us and participate. You know, we like to see motivating things about your personal life or just motivational quotes, any kind of thing like that. Recipes, you know. And it's not a Weight Watchers group, it's not a keto group, it's not a low carb group, it's not a intuitive eating group. It's just a group, just weight loss support. If you're trying to lose weight, we're there to support you. We got you back, Jack. So, one of the chapters in the very beginning, I think it might have been, I just looked at it, chapter 2 maybe, I don't know, is about promises. The way she titles her chapters are kind of like things you'll tell yourself. And so this is something you tell yourself. This is the name of the chapter, is I'll start tomorrow. How many times do we say, I'll start tomorrow? Or better yet, I'll start Monday. I say, I'll start Thursday, because Thursday is my Monday. Breaking or keeping promises to yourself. She talks about how if you had a friend who was always free, who was always breaking her promises. Yes, let's go to lunch. Last minute. I can't make it. Sure, I'll dog sit for you. You're packed, ready to get in the car. I can't do it. Yeah, I'll finish that project here at work. Oh, didn't get it done. Name all the things that that friend or that worker would say or do and break their commitment. How would you feel about them? Would you trust them? Okay, I did not even know this would fall into line. But like I said, the old goat up here, what I know from him is what I come to expect from him. That's why I thought he put the brush over there. That is the same thing about that friend who never keeps her word. That is what you come to expect from her, that she is not going to keep her word. So then before long, you're going to quit even trying to get anything out of her, right? You're like, why bother? What if you're that kind of person? Do you want to be that kind of person to your friend or your job? No. So why do you want to be that kind of person to yourself? I'm like, girl, why don't you just step out that book and point your finger in my face? Why do we tell ourselves we're going to do something and not do it? And then after time, after time, after time, we begin to not expect anything out of ourselves, and we just go back to the status quo. That is exactly where I have been on this 21-day habit, which I looked on my paper, and today's 21 days. Thank goodness it's over. Because I failed miserably. Some of y'all probably aced it, just aced it. I did not. I started out good, and then that habit, I never formed it because I kept breaking the promise. I didn't say I promise I will. When in my circumstances, she talks about when she makes a promise to herself, she never breaks it. When I'm saying let's say commitment. Let me change promise to commitment, because I don't promise myself anything. Now, if I tell you I promise, then I 1,000 bazillion% promise. I might break promises to myself, but I will not break a promise to you, to my friends, or to my family. That you can take that to the bank, buddy. Yes. Where was I? On the 21-day habit, I didn't build a habit. I didn't build the habit of tracking, which is one of the habits I want to do. Water, I quit it and changed it to exercise. I didn't build a habit on exercise. Although today was Thursday, so I did dance to 4 songs. So the 4th song was kind of a cool down, not like I got really worked up, but some stretching and, different things like that. But it was 4 songs, and I was moving. So I didn't build a habit on that. I didn't build a habit on, what was my other one? I didn't bring my paper out here. What was my other one? Not going to DT and spending a lot of money. I so built a habit on that. I mean, I caved and I went a couple times, but for 21 days, that's huge for me, because y'all know how often I went to the Dollar Tree. So that one to me was not a fail. Learning to stay out of the Dollar Tree so often and spending so much money, that one was close to a success as I think I probably could have got. Well, no, I mean, I could have got better, I'm just saying. So why, if we're not going to, if we're the kind of people who, to other people and to our jobs and to our churches, that she mentions, like, you might have some things that you're too committed to. I'm not saying commit too much to church, although she uses that reference. You say yes to everything when maybe you just shouldn't. That might help you to keep to your commitments better, because you're not overworked and overwhelmed. I am not those things. Let's get that straight. I can get overwhelmed over certain things, but it's not because I do too much. Students. But if we're going to be the kind of person to our family and our friends and our church and our work, to our social clubs, that they can rely on, that when you say you're going to do something, you're the one that does it, then why, oh why, are we not that way to ourselves? Is that not a good question? Why, if I tell you I'm going to do something for you, why, if I tell myself to do it, do I not do it? Why do I flake on myself? Because I flake on myself. She also says that if there is something that you want to do, you will find a way. And if you don't want to do it, hold on. You'll make an excuse. I'm like, girl, you need to hush. Or RJ, when he was little, I know I've told this story, but I got some new people. I'm gonna tell it again. When he was little, he was maybe 3, and we were outside. It was like Labor Day or 4th of July, maybe Labor Day. It was Labor Day, and this is when I was still with his daddy, obviously, because he was 3, and my brother and his wife, and she was pregnant with Noelle, ready to give birth any day, which happened to be the 21st of that month, and he did something. Well, it was raining outside, and we just let him run around without a diaper or anything. He played in the rain, played in the pool. We were soaking wet. We had our tent popped up, our little screen tent that we used to take camping with us, and we were out there. We were eating watermelon. We were having a ball. Oh my gosh, we had the best day that day. I mean, we were just. It was. There was nothing. There was no big guy. It was just family. Put it that way. Well, we had a big camcorder, you know, the kind that you had to set up on your shoulder with, you had to put the VHS tape in it. Well, I was recording him, and I could find something to watch the tape on. But he did something, and I did something that spurred him to say, "Suda." And that's how he said it, "Suda." I was filming him at the time already. He was wet, his hair was wet, cute as a button. Oh my God. That was the cutest little, you know how cute Jacob is? Oh my gosh, RJ was so cute. Mama's work ladies used to say he is too pretty to be a little boy. Anyway, he was sitting there, had that towel wrapped around him. He said, "Suda." I looked at him, and you know how, like when you're filming something, like when I'm doing this, if I'm looking through the lens, which the lens over here, but if you're looking through the lens and you try to reach through and do something, it's like that altered sense of direction. I was reaching through there, and you could see my hand going, and I popped his mouth, because when you sassed me, you got a mouth pop. I'm sorry, y'all can agree with it or disagree with it, but it taught my children, you don't sass mama. Didn't have to pop it a few times and they learned. Sassing's not where it's at. And my threshold for sass is very low. It doesn't take much for me to consider it sass, but subbed up was sass. He looks at me, subbed up. I reached in there and popped him again. I kid you not. He kept going lighter and lower. Subbed up. I popped him. Subbed up. I popped him. I swear to you, at the end, he said, "Subbed up." Hold on. That was a loud work truck. Have you ever in your life, to this day, the kid's going to be 37, to this day, me and David wasn't even there, but he knows the story. One of us will say something, I'll be like, "Suda." Where was I going? What was I even talking about? Oh my gosh, now I don't even remember what in the world I was talking about. I think I was talking about, if you want to do it, you'll make a way, and if you don't, you'll make an excuse. I don't know how that come up on RJ. Oh my gosh, I don't remember. I'm sure I was going somewhere with it. instead of me sitting here, you hold on, I'm going to play this right quick and see. Yes, that is what I was talking about. You'll make an excuse, and I will say, girl, you better hush. And that made me think about RJ saying, sit up. So, is it not the truth? Even if I commit to myself that I will not, now I have not broken this commitment, so don't say, oh, you're eating Little Debbie's. I am not. I promise you. There you go. If I make a commitment to myself, I just don't think I'm going to eat Little Debbie's for one month. I'm not going to eat Little Debbie's. If on, let's say, week 3, I need a Little Debbie cake, I will somehow find a way to get that Little Debbie cake. So probably, if you think about it, I'll probably do both of those things in that sentence. First of all, I will make a way. Well, I will say, oh, well, it's just one. One ain't gonna hurt nothing. And then I will eat it, and I will make an excuse. Well, my blood sugar was dropping. I need a Little Debbie cake. No, you did not. You might have needed a spoonful of peanut butter and some orange juice, but you didn't need a Little Debbie cake. So I guess you can do both. Make a way and then make an excuse for why you made that way. I can do it. I have told y'all how many times that if I want something, then I will deny myself to do it. I can make an excuse. I can make a reason. What's the word I'm looking for? I can find oh, there's a word I'm looking for. I think every video I do, there's a word I'm looking for. Ridiculous. Insert eye roll emoji. But, so why do we break these promises to ourselves? Are we not valuable? Do we not value ourselves? I know I value myself. That's what gets me. I value me. Listen, I value me. I know my worth as a human being. I'm not saying I am Queen Bee, not that kind of worth, but I am somebody that is worthy of living the life she wants to live, of being loved, that kind of thing. So why am I not worthy of doing this health thing right? Why, if I can eat properly, why can I not track it? What in the hell is so hard about tracking? Why is that my Achilles heel? I don't get it. Let me see, I wrote down some notes. Oh, and she's talking about if you have something to do, let's see, we can use exercise. So, I know I can do 2 songs exercising. I know I can do 3 songs, but I set my goal at 3. That way, if I overdo it at 2, then I know I've done good at 3. I've met my goal. Well, if you just do your status quo, what you're used to, that you need to set your goal. Maybe we should have talked about this on habits, which I think we maybe kind of did. You do kind of set your goal a little higher than what you can achieve. That way, what I was reading my notes, what I'm trying to say is, what you usually do when you do something, what you usually do is just kind of your status quo, but setting a goal, you set it for just a little bit more. So maybe I should set my goal for 4 songs, because I did 4 songs today. So then if I do 3, that's my usual. If I do 4, then I've gone a little bit farther. I've stretched that muscle. Hey, there you go. Put some memory in that memory foam. Put some give in it. Mashed it down a little bit further, and then it popped back up, ready to do it again. Maybe I'll do that. I've added a bunch more songs to my Alexa, so if you're in my Facebook group, go back up there and check out my Spotify list and see I added some extra songs. Cool thing is, when you're playing it on Alexa and she plays your playlist, you can skip next, so I don't have to play the same 3 songs every single morning and get tired of them. I can just tell her the next. I'm going to try tomorrow if I can say, Alexa, skip 3 songs ahead, if she'll understand something like that. I told her something yesterday. I said, Alexa, because I just tell her random compliments just to see what she'll say back. I said, Alexa, what would we do without you? She goes, I don't know, but she said something about now she felt so corny because it was something funny. And me and Dave were talking, you know what? There are people whose job is to sit around and think up like everything we could say to her or ask her, and then code in a response. Can you imagine trying to think of everything that a human being could say to another human being, or in this case, a box on the counter, a little speaker? What a job. Oh my gosh. That's why every now and then she'll go, I don't know that. Something to that effect, you know. But let's see. Here she's talking about, did you push through or did you make an excuse? That's kind of where we need to evaluate ourselves when we do XYZ. Are we going to make an excuse? Or are we going to push through and do it? Are we going to do our status quo? Or are we going to go a little farther? If I was going to do these things, the commitment I made to myself on the 21-day forming a habit, you think I would have done it then? So that is something I have to work on personally very, very hard. I have to really soul search and figure out why I can't commit to myself and keep it. Why I can't say, you're going to track your food and actually track my daggone food. Why I can't say, which my goal is to exercise 4 days a week. That leaves me 3 days I don't have to, which is going to be Saturday and Sunday. Well, it's going to be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. No, I can exercise Saturday, which chances are I'm not going to, because I have been up early meal prepping, and I ain't going to feel like exercising before that because it'll be super early, and I ain't going to feel like exercising after that. But it won't be Sunday or Monday because David's home. And I'm not going to turn the music on while he's in there trying to sleep. So, but I guess Tuesday through Friday, that's going to have to be my exercise days. I'm going to have to suck it up. Do it. Deal with it. Commit to it. I'm not even going to say it's not even a matter of sucking it up. It's just a matter of flipping doing it. It's a matter of saying to myself, hey, Kim, you're going to exercise Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then actually doing it. That's nerve-wracking, backing out onto that road, the way people flies up and down when they hit this stop sign. That makes you nervous, watching somebody do that. So, that's something I got to work on. How are y'all? Do y'all keep commitments to yourself? If you say you're going to do something for you, do you do it? Do you tend to yourself like that? We're worth it. Even if we say once a week, I'm going to give myself a facial because it relaxes me. It makes my skin feel good. I enjoy it. It's time alone. Nobody's bothering me. I have my thoughts to myself. One day a week. Do you do it? Do you keep it? I say I'm going to paint my fingernails just because they look better on camera. Not because I give a flip. Although I do like the look of a painted nail. I hate painting them. What I really hate is waiting for them to dry, not touching stuff. That's really the big deal about it. But can I not commit? Can I not commit to myself long enough to let some fingernails dry? I got the spray that you put on them, so it ain't like it smudges them if I don't like dig my hands in something. So why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? Why can't I track my food? I don't know. It's crazy. Because if I tell you I'm going to do something, unless something happens or something comes up, I'm going to do it. So that's the things we need to think about this week. And when I say we, I am talking to me, honey, because that chapter spoke to me. Oh my gosh, as soon as I started reading that chapter, I was like, girl, you hitting this one. So that is where I'm going to leave you today. Let's, okay, they just cut their car off, and I don't like that. Okay, keep going. Maybe they got one of those hybrids because it sounded like they cut it off. He had rolled forward a little bit. I think he must be on his phone. Because you know I was fixing to hightail it in the house and shut the door. Don't be rolling up in my yard. Ain't having it. That's right. That's right. You know what I have? And I'm going to practice. I'm going to do that when I go in the house. You know, I worry about people come to the door. Because you hear so much, and there's so much crime, and so many people use all kind of different ruses to get in your house and get you to open the door and all this and that. And I have been meaning and keep forgetting until just now, thinking about him, asking Alexa if she can make dog barking noises. I'm going to ask her, Alexa, play dogs barking, something like that. So if somebody knocks on the door, I can make the dogs bark and they think there's some big old dogs in there. And then I'll figure out what to say to hush them up. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Listen, I will put down here on the bottom of the screen, yes, it worked. No, it didn't work. Or maybe a little tweaking, something like that, so you'll know. Give it a try if you ain't got no dogs and you want to kind of let somebody think twice before you come up in here. Okay, well that's all I know today. I lost 2.4 for a total of 112.3. And all I'm going to say is stay tuned for my chat. That's not the next thing that's coming up. It's not coming up till like next Tuesday. Stay tuned. Because boy, there's some good news in that video. Yes. Good for me, I'll tell you that. Okay, well that's all I know. I will see you. This is Thursday. How about tomorrow for live? Y'all want to do another live? Okay, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you then.